What's up, guys? I'm playing Exit Corners today. Yeah. Sorry I haven't gotten on with the game in a while. I know, it's been like a month. It's ridiculous. I've been busy with a lot of other games, though. So, I'm not set up right now. Yeah. Yeah. It just not. Whatever. I'll be fine. Okay, I'm right now. Today we are playing That Sinking Feeling. So here we go. The Four Elements Hotel no longer exists. Ink read the message again. It made no more sense the second time, or the third, or the fourth. The Four Elements Hotel no longer exists. Ink paused, unsure of whether to bring it up. I don't want to cause panic, but if I don't tell them, their contacts might waste valuable time looking for this place. There's nothing. I've got some bad news, guys. Did your friend get back to you? He did, as for the address of the hotel. Is is the Four Elements not in Bellbridge? That's fine, I suspected that as much. Not quite. The hotel isn't, like, anywhere. Could he not find the address? He did find an address, and it does lead to downtown Bellbridge, but the hotel doesn't exist anymore. What? You mean it doesn't exist? Your friend must be mistaken. Well, there was a hotel called the Four Elements in Bellbridge, but the hotel was demolished around 20 years ago. It isn't around anymore. There's no point in telling your father to look for it. That's ridiculous. I don't believe that for a second. The hotel doesn't exist, and how is it possible we're inside of it? Well, I kinda expected something like this. I don't know why you're making such a big deal out of it. You expected the hotel not to exist? Stop saying the hotel doesn't exist. What kind of talk is that? Come on, Ink. There's a perfectly good explanation for all this. You know what it is, right? Whoa! I get a choice. We're in our building. Am I in another building? Did I travel through time? We've traveled through time? Ink, that's crazy. Hear me out, guys. I think there's a good chance that we're 20 years in the past. Oh god, I'm going through with this. You're kidding, right? That is certainly one theory. The old lady didn't seem entirely convinced. Aether, on the other hand. Never would have thought of that. Apparently, the Four Elements went out of business around 20 years ago. Shortly after it closed down, it was demolished. Members said there were bombs in the basement that were going to go off in 24 hours. What if today was the day the building was demolished? That could explain why we can't find any staff. Oh my gosh, you're totally right, Ink. You're a genius. Aether's compliment had Ink beaming. He crossed his arms matter-of-factly. Yeah, if you think about it, it makes sense. And what about that theory makes sense exactly? You see, you're an idiot. But, Ray, think about it. If we're 20 years in the past... Ink, stop. You've been reading too much science fiction. Putting aside the fact that time travel is impossible, there's no reasoning in your argument. No deductions, just the word what if. If this is an honest attempt at guessing what happened to us, then that's just sad. Ink was taken aback. His theory was far-fetched, to be sure, but he hadn't expected Ray to snap at him like that. It was just an idea. No need to get all huffy. Ink, I don't get huffy. You're gonna come up with some crazy idea that gets you killed. Seriously, I oughta whack you for good measure. Oh, thanks. And you. Aether retreated into her hood to escape Ray's glare. Yes? Don't encourage him. Beth cleared her throat, presumably in an attempt to steer the conversation back on track. What's important is that Seth has made it impossible for us to call for help. We'd almost be better off if he hadn't given this building a name at all. There's no way for us to know where we are. So, your father won't be able to find us, even if he goes to where the old Four Elements Hotel used to stand, he'll be looking in the wrong place. I still won't believe that until my father tells me himself. Ink held on to that hope. He held on to the hope that somehow Lisa's father would report back with different news. He trusted Sean, but hoped his friend had simply gotten mixed up. Well, now that our chances of rescue have plummeted, it looks like our best bet is to play exit corners. And wait. Yeah, we're idling in this hallway long enough. Let's move. Ray led his way into the next room, which Ink followed close behind. Two pairs of elevators lined the walls within. Ink found the air in the room pleasantly warm, if humid. Elevators, and no lobby in sight. We mustn't be on ground level. Think they'll lead us to the exit? It would be foolish to assume that we've already reached the exit, but we'll be one step closer at least. There's a door around the corner at the far end, and a little plaque next to the door with a symbol on it. Not sure what it means. I think that just means it leads to the stairwell here. Right. Could you see if it's locked? Yeah, I guess. Where's Scent, I wonder? I, I think we should take the stairs. Oh, why is that? Unless you got a good reason, Aether, I prefer to take the elevators. Never mind that. We don't have a choice. The door leading to stairwell's locked, so elevators it is. Elevators, you say? Doesn't look like there are any buttons we can use to call them. How are we supposed to get the doors open? I wonder if there's some sort of trigger. Familiar noise disrupted Ink's thoughts. Greetings and salutations, contestants. I pray you're all having fun. No matter in sight, it was difficult for Ink to pinpoint where his voice was coming from. He lowered his head and listened. As for your next course of action, you'll notice there are 4 elevators in this room. In a few seconds, the elevators will open. I would suggest you have a look at them. Or you could die. Well, that was underwhelming. At least he has the decency not to waste our time. Just as Scent promised, all the elevators opened. Each sported a little monitor. It seems pretty similar to the console in the first hallway. So it's a hand scanner? Looks like it. There are contestants called out from the corners of the room. There's one over here too. And in this one, it would appear there's one in each of the elevators. Let's see here. Ray placed his hand on the scanner. Nothing. Is it not working? I think it wants us to ride in different elevators. Oh, what makes you say that? Just a hunch. It's worth a try at least. Hey, listen up. Everyone get into a different elevator. When I count to 3, put your hand on the scanner. Ink could hear the air contestants following Ray's instructions. Each of them made their way into a different elevator. Hold on a sec. There are 5 of us, but only 4 elevators. Alright, looks like you'll have to double up with someone. Who should I go with? Up to you, I guess. Just hurry up and choose. Ink looked at the 4 open elevators. Ray stood in the first. Jesus stood in the second. Oh boy, that'd be fun. Beth stood in the third. And Aether stood in the fourth, shaking like a leaf. Why is she so jittery? I should just hurry up and pick one. It's not like it'll matter. Alright then. Go with... Aether's... I'll go with Lisa. No. Huh? Why not? You aren't coming with me. Find someone else to ride with. Oh, come on. It'll only be a few seconds. Why are you in love with me or something? Knock it off. I don't care. Ride with someone else. That was pretty much... Okay, then. A humiliated Ink made his way into Aether's elevator. Ink greeted the girl with an awkward half-smile, but she seemed unusually despondent. Ink wondered if she had even heard Elisa's yelling. What's with Aether all of a sudden? Ink stepped into the elevator, making sure to give the spectate that word girl plenty of space. Alright, everyone, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3! The elevator doors behind him closed, robbing the elevator of any outside light. Hey, Ink. Thanks for coming with me. Oh, don't mention it. You looked a bit lonely, to be honest. I hate closed spaces. My hands get all clammy and I get short of breath and she's claustrophobic. Anyways, I hope someone would keep me company. I hope you don't find that selfish of me. Oh, come on, that's hardly selfish. Besides, everyone's afraid of something. But this is pathetic. I'm pathetic. Aether, I'm gonna die in here. This is just one big coffin. It's not wrong. No, the same way I know about your... Aether, are you talking to me, or... So strong today. Aether, you need to calm down. What are you trying to tell me? Slowly now. I'm sorry. I don't even really know what I'm saying. My head is all messed up. This looks more than simple claustrophobia. Is there anything I could do to help? She shook her head. It looked like all they could do was wait for the elevator ride to end. Poor thing, she's trembling. Aether looked up at him. She opened his mouth to speak, but her voice filled the elevator and said, "Hello, contestants!" The synthetic voice made both of them jump. Ink guided a nearly paralyzed Aether to the corner of the elevator to get a better view of the monitor. Sure enough, in the middle of the screen, I hope you're enjoying the ride thus far. Wait, have we started moving already? Maybe we are. We've been going so slowly it's hard to tell. However, I'm afraid the ride's about to take a turn for the worse. I would strongly advise evacuating this elevator as soon as possible. What's that? It's too late to evacuate? How unfortunate. I'll admit my timing on that one could have been better. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. A recent study confirms that most people would prefer drowning or being crushed or burned alive. This is, of course, completely unrelated to Exit Corner. I can't imagine anyone wanting to drown. However, the alternatives are really that awful. Goodbye. Crap. Ink below us. Ink didn't have to look. He could already feel it at his feet. Water. We're sinking! He slammed his fist on the elevator's closed doors, but it was useless. There wasn't anyone in the elevator hall to help them. He tried to wedge his fingers between two steel doors, hoping to pry them open, but only succeeded in bruising his knuckles. When that didn't work, he wailed on the door some more. Let me out of here! Are we going to... Ink? Aether looked worse than ever before. Her shaking worsened, and every word she spoke fought to escape her throat. Ink put his hand on her shoulder. He didn't expect the gesture to calm her down, but he didn't know what else to do. It was at that moment Ink noticed something had appeared on the monitor at the back of the elevator. A puzzle. Ink felt a small fire welling up inside of him. This was no time for hesitation. What's going to happen to us? I know you're scared, Aether, but try to stay calm. I'm going to get you out of here, okay? Okay. A puzzle. It's obviously here for a reason. I think if we solve it, we'll be alright. It's not like we have a choice. We need to solve this thing. And fast. Don't drown. Wait a minute. Drown? What kind of a hint is that? I think Sen is taunting us. Yeah, probably. I'm not sure what to do. How do we solve this? The water's already up to my knees. Wait a minute. Water's going fast. Hey, there's an idea. When the puzzle first put up, the screen showed an arrow pointing down. If we flip the arrows around, you think the elevator might switch directions? The pieces, they don't work if you're trying to flip it around. No, I guess they don't. If I could rotate them, this would be no sweat, but we're not gonna solve it, are we? Don't say that. We're gonna be alright. You hear me? Okay, I trust your ink. Okay. What if I'm supposed to build a spaceship? It's negative space. Oh, gotta be close. Wait a minute. Yes! That better be the right answer. It looks about right, but Victor fell silent. She waded through the waist-high water and gripped Ink's hand so hard she almost crushed it. Ink closed his eyes. All he could do now was wait. Waiting. Ink's eyes shot open as he heard the doors behind him do the same. Whatever water remained in the elevator spilled into the room. Ink let it carry him out onto the cold, hard floor. Ha! Ink, would you mind? Hey, I'm allowed to laugh. I almost had a heart attack back there. All the elevators returned at once, it seemed. Why don't you help me check up on the others? Then, if you're in such high spirits, sure, I could do that. Ray and Aether were standing by the closest to Ink. Ray seemed a little shaken, but I was fine. I'm a little worried about Aether. I mean, I looked at her. She's pretty shivering. I bet she just needs some time to regain her composure. I'll have a word with her just to be safe. At least one contestant. She just deep in thought or is something wrong? Hey, are you alright? Did it happen to you too? Just look around, Lisa. Everyone's soaked from the thighs down. What do you think? Oh, is that right? You're right. Of course. Did you solve the puzzle? Did it even show up for you? I saw it, but I didn't solve it. Did you? Yeah, we managed to solve it, I guess, and arranged it so that one of us solved the puzzles and would raise all four elevators. Thank God he had the decency to set it up that way. Gee, what a stand-up guy. Remind me to attend his next charity dinner. Guess hoping for a thank you is the optimistic thing. Anyways, Ink, it seems your friend was right after all. Oh? The Four Elements was in fact demolished before I was even born. My father sent me a message while I was in the elevator. He said the same thing your friend did. So, what's your dad gonna do now? He says he's gonna have his men check out downtown Belbridge where Hotel used to stand. I'm not sure how much good they'll do. My father will find me, that's a guarantee. Right, if you say so. Strange clicking sound make Ink turn his head. What was that? It looks like solving the puzzle unlocked the door to the stairwell. I think that's the only way forward. Yeah, looks like it. Ink scratched his head. Something was off. Is anyone else getting the impression that this game seems a bit too linear? Not quite sure what you mean by that. Go through a door, solve the puzzle, unlock the next door. Repeat. When he said we need to discover the exit, I thought there would be some kind of large maze-like compound to explore. With traps and stuff for sure, but the game's actually structured is a lot simpler than I expected. It's linear because it has to be. Well, what do you mean by that? Everything in this hotel is automated. The mechanisms that unlock the doors, the puzzles, sense messages, and even the traps. They all seem to run themselves using sensors and switches. No external input required. From a design standpoint, having the game be linear makes it a hell of a lot easier to plan out. Even in the rooms where we don't need to press any switches, the messages could be set to play after a short delay. The one back in the lounges worked like that, I think. But if Scent doesn't need to operate the game in any way, then what is he doing right now? Do you think he's watching us somehow? Worse, Scent is one of us. What? How could you say that? I've been considering the possibility for some time now. Ray's analysis of the trap really put it in perspective, though. One of us is Scent. Hey now, let's not jump to conclusions here. Hank, listen. Exit Corners is a game, or so we've been told. Games are for people's amusement. Whose amusement? Not mine, that's for sure. The game was made to please Scent. He must get a kick out watching people squirm. Now, what do you suppose would be the easiest way to observe and keep track of us? By pretending to be a contestant. Is that what you're getting at? Precisely. He's got a front row seat to his own twisted game. Why would Scent put themselves at such risk? Not only the traps, but if any of us find out who they really were. Well, he probably knows the location of the traps and the solutions to the puzzles. I suppose his plan is to avoid getting caught. But Hank racked his brain trying to find something he could prove Lisa so wrong. His search was fruitless. As much as he didn't want to believe it, Lisa's theory was plausible. Don't tell me that never once crossed your mind, Hank. Well, Hank stammered, unable to come up with a suitable reply. Just who are you, Scent? What are you after? Are you really one of us? Wow, that was a shorter chapter for sure. I feel like that was less reading. Like I said, it's been a little while since I played, but wow. That puzzle, I solved that way faster. You guys saw that, right? Okay. Well, anyways, that was chapter 4 of Exit Corners. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.